Welcome. I am so pleased you're here with us today. It's another great day. What can we say? We have so much going on in the world. There's so many opportunities. And today we're going to talk about your story. And something I've realized years and years, I'm going to date myself way back in the day, is I realized I am actually the author of my story, just as you are the author of your story. And the author means the person writing it. So you'll know that when you are writing your story, which means you are living your life. So when you know I am the author of my story, and what my story says is all up to you. So look at what you're doing. Is your story saying what you want it to say? Is your story of your story of your life, unfolding the way you want it to be? Are you seeing it the way you want to see it? Look at it that way, because when it's all said and done and time has passed and we will go on to the next life and go on to the next plane, maybe we won't come back to the earth plane. Maybe we'll choose to go to another plane. There's so many options out there. So when you are the author of your story, it's all up to you what your story says about you. Is your story going to say, given the storylines of, oh, she was a great woman, she did so much for people, or he was so great, he helped people, he grew his business, he is an adventurer, he was a scientist and discovered this or that. So what is your story saying about you right now? And more importantly, what do you want your story to say about you going forward through the generations? How do you want to be remembered? Because life is ups and downs. There are plateaus, there are hills, there are valleys. There's so much going on in our lives every single day. And it doesn't have to be a chaos or a pandemic that makes us realize life is short. Our lifespans here on this earth are short, they're minute. When you think about living 70, 80 years, maybe 100, maybe, what have you done in that amount of time? What have you done that has made a difference? What have you done, or what are you doing that is making a difference in your life right now? And not just your life, but in the lives of other people. Because scientists are saying, and other theologists are saying, that we are making a choice. When we come to the earth plane, the earth plane is actually, I'm told, the plane where we come to learn and to create, helping the earth to grow, helping to create the earth's prosperity and what the earth has to offer. So when we come to this plane, we have a mission on board. We don't know what that mission is because it's locked away in our subconsciouses. So when you can tap into your subconscious and make the subconscious mind more aware for the conscious mind, then it's much easier for you to see what your life path is and what your purpose is. So as you're going through and you're doing this, oh, thank you. Sorry for the interruption. As you're doing this, then you have to be able to tell your story. And your story is actually a wonderful story. It's going to tell of your adventures. It's going to tell of your mishaps. It's going to tell of all the ups and downs you've had in your life. It is a huge part of who you are. It's your story, your life story. And they're all the different chapters of your life. I like to look at my life story as starting new every morning. Every morning I know When I wake up, I'm starting another page in my story. I'm starting another saga, another adventure on what I'm creating and what I'm doing. And whether it be up or down or in the middle, it doesn't matter. It is part of my story. And if you're journaling and have been journaling, then you can look back on your story through the time and through the years and see what your story has unfolded to be. Now, is your story one of where you help people to grow and to become and to be those people? Is your story one of self-sacrifice, of self-centered? Are you maybe a doctor or a nurse or, a soldier, somebody like that? If you're one of those people, then you have a more of a mentality of you are nurturing, you are giving, you are caring, you are helping people. You want to preserve life. So if you're in that ballpark where you want to do that and that's what you're doing, then that's probably what you came here to do, was to be and to learn those skills and to learn more. When you go on to the next life, you will be able to relay that information. And that will be another thing. So as you're going through your story, be sure you are not attaching any more karma to you than you need to. In other words, when things happen in your life, this is your story. Keep in mind, it's your story. You forgive it and let them go. Don't hold on to it because that creates karma. You don't want to keep dragging that karma around from lifetime to lifetime, which is crazy. And that's why a lot of us get stuck in a rut. We get stuck in a hamster wheel where we just keep evolving and going around and around because we have not completed and taken care of the problems from the last go around. So look at your story. Look where it's at. Look how you feel. What does your story make you feel? Does it make you feel happy? Does it make you feel sad? Does it make you feel like you forgot something? Does it make you feel like maybe you're neglecting something? Whatever it is, look at your story right now. Start writing it out. Write down briefs about your story, about your life, what you feel, what you do, and how many people you're helping. I find that, and I can tell you this for a fact, for my story is always been about I'm helping people to grow. I'm teaching people, even in the corporate world, even in the higher up, I was always trying to help people to grow and to get better and better at what they were doing. And by doing that, you also create a mindset where you are encouraging people to step out of their comfort zone. So if you're one that's in your comfort zone and you can't seem to get out of it because you're happy there and nothing bad's happening, and if you step out of your comfort zone, then you don't know what's going to happen and everything's going to be upside down. Step out of your comfort zone. Let everything blow up. Let everything flow down and let everything go upside down. Let everything in your comfort world become mismatched. That way, when you put it back together, it's going to be on your terms. It's going to be your way. It's going to be a lifestyle that you could say, I created this. My story is starting a new chapter here. You're not starting over. You're just starting a new chapter. Step out of the comfort zone. Get out there. What is your passion? What is it you want to do? What is it you see yourself doing? What is it you've wanted to do your whole life and haven't had what you felt was the opportunity to do? Or maybe you felt it wasn't something that was in your ballpark to do? Well, when will you, this is up to you, when will you step out of your comfort zone? And when will you start creating your story to read the way you want it to? And what are you teaching the people around you? What are you teaching the young people? Children, grandchildren, people that look up to you, people that are following you, whatever it is. What are you teaching them? Are you teaching them, you got to get a job, you got to go to work, you got to do this, you got to do that. You can't follow your passion. You can't have a passion. If you can't make a lot of money at it, then it's not good. Blah, 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 blah. If you're doing that, why? Why not teach people how to be independent, how to not depend on the government to keep you in a social state to where, oh yeah, we're going to give you this, we're going to give you that. What does that do for you? Nothing. It keeps you in a lack slavery mentality. Doesn't matter what color you are, pink, green, blue, black, white, or orange, it doesn't matter. It's the same concept. If you want to be in a social environment, then that's not a life. That is not you living your soul's purpose to be here on this earth. Make changes. Step out of your comfort zone, step out of that pattern, and be who you need to be. And if that is your pattern, if you're just here to follow, then that's so be it. Then that's who you will, that's what your story will say. But I like to look at my story as being not so much courageous, but adventurous and risk taker. Yeah, that's not a problem. And just stepping out of my comfort zone all the time, of not being comfort, not being there, reaching out, taking different steps. I will keep creating different opportunities in my life that will grow me until my last breath. And that's just the way it's going to be for me. And that's, you can do what you want with yours. Your story is your story to write. And whoever reads your story and what legacy you send forward is all up to what you do today. What you do right now, here today, is part of your story. So you can start it and get going and just move it forward, or you can just keep floating along and go with what people tell you to do. It's your choice. Life is a choice that we have the ability to make those choices, to change what we want. We did not come to this earth plane to just sit back. We came here to learn and to grow and to live a life and have experiences and to create. That is life, is creating. There's different planes and there's different, souls that came for different things. Granted, that is a given. But we're talking today about you and your story and what you will leave behind. And I'm not saying you're going to die. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying what you do today is going to give your story. It's going to carry on throughout history. It's going to be a generation, 2 generations, 3 generations down the road for you. What will those generations say about you? You want to leave a good mark. You don't want to leave a bad mark. A bad mark will haunt your soul forever. And that's not a cool thing. So, tell your story and know you are the author of my story. And what I like to say is I am the author of my story. What my story says about me, if I'm giving, if I'm caring, if I'm loving, that's what I want my story to say. I don't want my story to say I'm bad or irritable or whatever it is. So what do you want your story to say? And are you willing to step out of your comfort zone to make the changes that you want to make? If you're willing to step out of your comfort zone and make those changes, then why not get going? Why not get started? No one is stopping you but you. Okay? So I hope this was helpful for you today. And I hope everyone takes a good look at what their story is and what you're going to do to enhance it and to make your story reflect who you really are. Because that's what's important. Okay? I do have a training up here for you. It's over here, I believe, there. And then YouTube, it's down here at the bottom. 3 mistakes people make in marketing. 3 that you don't have to do. So learn what not to do and learn what to do. I've got a link up here for you to help you with that and to get you out of your comfort zone and get going. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We would be so grateful for that. And please hit the dinger bell so you can get notifications. And I will talk to you guys later. And blessings to everyone. Bye-bye.